live everywhere. Hello, please say hi as you come on. Let me know where you are watching from. I'm actually going to be painting 2 Easter crosses, and we're going to be talking about how to book a paint party. I'm going to be using some purples as well as some pinks. So I'm actually going to be trying, we're going to see if it works, but I'm going to be trying to do 2 paintings at once. So let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, and say hello. And then we are going to just, we're just going to have some fun. I'm just going to try this new little technique, doing a couple of different versions at once, and we're going to see how it works. So I'm going to be using Joyful Pink on the pink one, Strawberry, and thank y'all for saying hi. And we're also going to be talking about how many Americans are doing a side hustle? Oh my gosh. So did y'all know? I want y'all to guess, because we're going to be talking about all things paint parties and how you can actually get the magic script to do a paint party, like actually book one. I have the link in the description, in the link tree. If you go to my profile, you can grab it now for free. But I want you to guess what percentage of Americans do you think are doing a side hustle? Does anybody have a guess? And now I'm going to be using lavender over on this side, purple rain. I'm just doing a couple of mixes, and then wisteria. I think I'm saying that right. Oh, thank y'all for saying hi. Hey, BFF. Hello, hello. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Kim. Hey, everybody. Oh, from Porter, Texas. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of white in the middle here, and we're going to kind of blend these, and we will see what we get, because we're going to be talking about how to book a paint party. Okay, so Kim thinks 40%. We have Sylvia with 73%. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else have a guess for how many people are doing a side hustle? This is pretty interesting information, especially for those of y'all that are wanting to do paint parties. And right now I am doing a paint party. I'm actually doing a painting for a paint party I have scheduled. So this is just an easy, I'm doing an easy Easter cross, and it's for a paint party that I have scheduled. And so I have it on a bigger painting, but I'm actually making it into a smaller one. And so let us know how many people in America are doing a side hustle. Let me know what you think, okay? And I'm going to tell you the facts here in just a minute. Okay, so we got the pink going here. Let me start the purple. And all I did was grab some purples, and I'm just basically blending them together. So I'm just kind of making a circular motion. And this is a really great paint party idea, because you don't have to use any stencils, and you don't have to use anything. And then as we're doing this, and in just a second, I'm going to share with you the stats. As we're doing this, let me see, 73%. We have, oh, hey, Tammy, we have 80%. Dixie says 25%. What do y'all think? Let me know over here. And we have TikTok going. We have Instagram going. Hello. Let me know. Oh, 50%. We said on TikTok, we have 55% and 50%. Isn't it interesting to know, like, some of y'all may have tried to Google it. I know some places show different amounts, but I'll kind of show you what I have found, and then I'll also show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so we got some purples on here, and we also have some, I'm just going to kind of whisk that around. Okay, y'all ready? Drum roll, please. The percentage of people, average Americans, doing a side hustle right now is 44%. But Gen Zers is all the way up to 62%. Isn't that crazy? So the reason I'm sharing that information with you is because a lot of you are wanting to do a paint party business or something on the side, but you have your full-time job and you don't want to necessarily quit your full-time job. I'm going to use a paper towel, and I'm just going to kind of scrunch to give some texture. And you don't necessarily want to quit your full-time job, but you want to have some extra money. So let me know if that is you. And I'm going to use some of this pink and actually bring it over into the purple. So I'm kind of going back and forth. So I'm taking some of my pinks and some of my purples and bringing it together to make this texture. I'm not going to make a lot of texture, but I just want to kind of get some texture on here. And this is a very, very fun, easy, simple painting. Okay, let me throw those aside. So how many of y'all like realize that's pretty intense? I mean, when you're thinking about half of America is doing a side hustle, because they're either, wanting to make extra money for something fun, or they're just wanting to make extra money for their family. And I want you to know that it is easier than ever to book a paint party. I have it's not brand new, but I have a free training for you. And it's in the description. It's also in the link if you want to grab it. It's about an hour long. But what you're going to learn in that training, and you can also put, if you're watching here, you could put free training, and we'll try to go back and give you the link. But if you want it, it's in my bio. It's also in the description, so you can grab it yourself. But this hour-long training is going to break down not only, and I'm going to add some hills here. It's a little scary, right? It's going to break down so many different things. And in just a second, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can kind of get through like the three things that I like to kind of talk about whenever somebody's starting this and you get a little bit nervous about doing that. So let me know in the comments if you're one of these people. Are you already doing paint parties and you're like, I'm good, I got this, no big deal? Or are you somebody who is just now getting started with paint parties and you're not really sure where to begin? So I'm gonna bring my heel about right here. And I don't care that the pink is kind of mixed in with it. That's okay. And I actually want some of that pink, so I'm going to grab some of it. I'm going to grab some Fuchsia Pop. So let me know if you've already started with paint parties or if you are brand new to this idea of a side hustle. One paint party, you can make $350 before expenses. And that's in the training that you can have for free today. In that training, it breaks it down. So I would love for you to see that. I remember from bankruptcy to having my very first business and realizing like, oh my gosh, I can actually change my future with my side hustle. And that was kind of an eye-opening thing for me, being in a position of, being bankrupt, losing my house, losing everything, to all of a sudden realizing, wait, I might have a little bit of control over this. I might not have to always be doing a car payment, all of those things. So I really, I feel like it's, kind of my, I guess, call to tell you, like, there is a way you can do this. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. Number one, you don't have to be the best painter. Now, if you're watching right now on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching from, right now I want you to let me know if you think you are the best painter, right? If you think you're the best painter, that's amazing. Great job. Awesome. I'm telling you right now, I am not the best painter. I have never claimed to be, and I never will be. If you're smart and you're wise, there's always going to be somebody above you that's better. And there's always going to be somebody that's not as skilled as you. That's just a part of it. Anybody who kind of thinks that they're the best of everything, sometimes I think that's a kind of an unwise approach. However, you don't have to be the best painter in order to have a successful paint party business. You don't. So true. So for those of you that are nervous and you're like, well, I'm not the best painter. If you're following along, or maybe you're going to watch this replay and you're doing this little painting with me, this is a very, very simple painting. And why is it simple? Because I'm not teaching an art lesson. I'm teaching a fun, easy paint party. So let me know if that is you. Just put yes if you have painted before, or you're wanting to do a paint party business, or you're already doing a paint party business. Just put yes in the comments so I can see, maybe give you a shout out. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, I know. I get it, right? We can't sit here and claim to be the best. And I think that's kind of a scary place to be. There's a difference between confidence and being cocky. I think that's totally different. Let's see. I've done acrylic painting for years now. It's relaxing to me. Oh, Stephanie, that's awesome. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's so relaxing. I love painting so much. Recently, I went on a cruise and I painted these 3 paintings for those of you in Paint Party headquarters. And don't worry, I'm going to be filming these for you so you can use them for your paint parties. But you could use them as a canvas painting or even as a 3 set like that. Let's see. Tammy says I've had a few online parties that were very small. Yeah, that's the thing too. You can build your online business as well, your online paint party business, and that takes time, Tammy. For anybody who's building an online paint party business, that does take time. I remember my first few online parties were not very many people, and then now we have them into our last one we just had was around 4,400 people, which was insane. But that's not typical. 4,400 people is not typical for a paint party online. So that was really cool. But yeah, it takes time to build an online. I'm going to add a little bit more purple here. So my number one thing is for those of you that if you're nervous about you have to be the best painter, don't be, okay? Hi, BFF. Hello. If y'all are coming on, please say hi, BFF. I have a whole story about why we say hi, BFF. I'll have to tell it another time. It's pretty crazy. Actually, do y'all want to hear the story? It's so funny. It makes me feel kind of dumb, but I guess it's still relevant because it's always hard to make friends, right? Oh, Janet. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank y'all for watching. Okay, so we have 2 going on here. Now, this is where in the paint party, you could have some fun and have people add more textures. So I've added more textures to this one, as you can see. And then I'm going to add some details to this bottom part as well. So yeah, if y'all want me to tell the BFF story, let me know. If not, I can save it for another time. Okay, and then we're going to add just a little bit more pink into here. We just want our hills to look a little bit like hills, and then we're going to add a little bit more of the dark purple in here. Hey, Tessa. Hey, BFF. And as you're watching, if you're watching from Instagram or TikTok and you like learning about how to make money doing paint parties, make sure you follow, okay? Because I talk about it all the time. All the time. And remember the free training, if you want to grab the free training that breaks down how you can make money doing this, I explain all of that. And it's a free 1-hour training that will teach you how to do that. So if you're interested, make sure you grab it. It's if you're watching from YouTube and Facebook, it's in the description. And if you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, it's going to be in the bio, the link in the bio. Okay, so we're just adding a little bit right here. Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here. This is awesome. Thanks for joining. Okay, we're about to add the cross. Hey, BFF Nicole. I see you on there. Hey, Jess. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of people watching on all of the channels. That's awesome. That's great. Okay, so we have a little bit going right here. Now what we're going to do is this is where if you wanted to add stenciling, if you wanted to add some fun little things, you could. What I like to do, just because it's easier and it doesn't cost as much, especially if you're doing, paint parties that are bigger, just grab a paper towel. And again, you can do more texturing like this. There's 2 reasons for the texturing. It can actually help dry your painting a little bit faster. So if you do have some slower painters, this texturing technique can actually help dry their painting, which again is going to help the process. Also, it's just fun. It's just plain fun. So I love it. Okay, so we got this going here. And then I'm going to I'm thinking a gold cross. Let me know in the comments if you think I should go gold for the cross. Just put gold if you think gold. If you think silver, put silver. If neither, you want a different color cross, go ahead and put that. And then I'll look at what y'all have on there and pick one. Because I have 2 paintings going here. So I could change it up a little bit. But it's so fun to use this texture. Let me see if I can hold this up a little bit to show y'all. And see how if you do the lighter in there, and I can grab from this painting. If you do the lighter in the middle, then it kind of has a place for that cross to really stand out. A silver cross, okay, awesome. Anybody else have a gold cross, silver cross, or a different? I might put use a little bit more of this black. And I'm just dabbing with a napkin. Again, you can use stencils, and it's just giving it some more contrast. And it's an easy way to do a paint party without having to buy a ton of stuff. So you're looking at just canvas, some paints, some paper towels, and it's really fun. It has a cool effect, which I love. One of each, gold with purple and teal with pink. Danielle, that's a great idea. Oh, and we got another vote for silver. See how fun that kind of texture is? Okay, so it helps it dry because your painters might be a little bit slower than you when you're painting. Or in my case, a lot of times I'm not finishing a painting during a paint party. Number 2, it's not fine art. So I want you to remember everything that I'm doing at a paint party, it's the basic art. It's basic 101 paint parties. It's not something serious. It's not fine art. So let me know if you, a wood cross. That's a good idea, actually. I might do a wood with, I might do some wood with a little highlight. That's a great idea. With it being Easter. And then the other thing I want to ask you too is, are you an introvert? Are you an introvert? So how many of you on here are self-proclaimed introverts? I know you don't think this, but I'm one of those that's like 50-50. I can be extroverted when I need to, but the artist in me has to have my time alone. I don't know if that's you or not, but I have got to have my time alone. Even whenever I was on the cruise with Pixie and my mother-in-law, there were times when, as much as I love Pixie, I was just like, I just need my space. Like even, with my daughter, I was like, I love you with all my heart, but I just need a moment to breathe. Like, I just need a moment. And it's not even, if she was talking to me, it had nothing to do with that. It's just something about, I don't know if that's just me or not, but I gotta have time to recharge. And I think it's just the artist in us. Let me know if that's you. Okay, so this is really wet. So I am painting while it's still really wet. So this is a little bit more difficult because you're painting. So I'm just bringing this up and over. And another reason why you don't want it to be totally perfect, and we can come back up over here in just a second, is if you have it totally perfect, guess what your customers think they need to do? Yeah, they need to have it totally perfect too. Let's see, a shy extrovert. Love my alone time too. I know anybody else? Holly says me for sure. And Kim, oh good, Kim. Yep, we're going with the brown first, and then we'll add some highlights to it. Let's see, anybody over here? Oh yeah, Rita says I'm an artist and I feel the same way. Oh my gosh, it's so true, right? Let me see if I can turn this. I don't know if it'll mess it up or not. I might take down my whole studio over here. Is that better for Instagram? Yeah, I messed up my little time lapse. I got like 50 cords going everywhere. I got cords all over the place because all my phones are dead. And so I'm trying to. Is that better, Instagram? Can you see that a little better? Okay, good. Very good. Okay, so on Instagram and TikTok, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, let me know if you're an introvert. Oh my gosh. So on the cruise, even with my daughter, there was towards the last day, I was like, I'm just gonna go with my book. Feel free to stay in the room or go with your grandma. Like, I just needed time alone. And it was nothing against her. It's just something about I just need time alone. We have Paint Party Business Live, which is once a year. And we've had many people go, it needs to be longer. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I am good to go for 2.5, 3 days, but I start, trying to, when we're doing paint parties or you're presenting, you have to be on, right? You have to be, high energy and all of that stuff. And I'm like, my introverted self has to recluse for about 2 or 3 days after an intense event like that, just because of the nature of it, just because that's the person I am. I love being a part of all that, but then there's that time you got to let go. So let's kind of recap. Oh, great. This is perfect. I've been looking for a March paint party. Yeah, so y'all, for those of you that are booking paint parties and you need to know how, watch the free training. The free training is in the description. It's going to tell you exactly how to book your party. And this is a perfect, easy example of a paint party that you can do. And it's just so simple. Like, you can see that I've done this in just a few minutes. If I'm teaching this to a group, I could easily teach this in 2 hours or less. It's something that could be taught in under 2 hours with no big deal. Probably even shorter than that, because I'm doing this on an 11 by 17. But it's something so simple. So if you're like, oh, that's great, I can easily paint that. That's not a big deal. What I want you to remember is, okay, if you need help booking, watch the free training. It's an hour long. It has way more information. And you're going to leave the training with knowing how you can actually make a profit from your very, very first party. Let's see. Oh, yes, that explains why I'm tired on Sunday after a paint party on Saturday. Oh my gosh, yeah. For those of you that already teach paint parties, you give a lot of energy while you're teaching paint parties, right? We don't want to show up at a paint party and be like, go sit over there. Like, that's not fun. You want to be fun, exciting, you don't have to be a total extrovert to teach a paint party. I'm not saying that, because I know a lot of us are introverts, but you definitely want to have some oomph. You want to have some excitement so that they're excited. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of this purple. Oh, that is too much purple. Hold on. Let me go back to my black. I'm going to go back to the black and then go back over that a little bit. I got too excited, and just kind of add some texture into there. Okay, and then that honestly, y'all, there's not really a rhyme or reason to this other than I'm just wanting to have fun. So I'm adding a little bit of pink right here, and then a little bit more black on top. And then more black, because it's kind of going a little bit crazy. And there we go. And then we can add glitter if we want. But I wanted to show y'all this and just kind of recap and let you know about that free training. And this free training is really, really cool. So if you have not watched it yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend. Holly asked, how do you hype yourself up to host a paint party, to host one? Okay, so is that question because you're nervous to host one, or is that question because you are you're just wondering how to keep the energy the whole time? Let me know, and then I'll answer for sure. But I wanted to say real quick, grab the free training. 44% of Americans are doing a side hustle, and the Gen Zers, 62% of them are doing a side hustle. So I want you to, hey Maggie BFF, so I want you to make sure if you have been thinking about this, now is the time. We are booking spring parties like crazy, which means you should be booking your spring parties right now as well. And then also, you don't have to be the best painter. Remember, it's not about being the best painter. You're doing beginning paintings because you are teaching to beginners, right? If you're doing these hardcore paintings, nobody's going to be able to do this. I did this painting, 2 paintings while talking to you and TikTok and Instagram in around 25 minutes. And that's while I was talking and kind of painting slow. So it's something very simple that you can do. Number 3, number 2, it's not fine art, it's fun art. Again, easy paintings. And then number 3, you don't have to be an extrovert. A lot of people think you have to be an extrovert to do this, and you do not. So if you want to find out all the details, grab the free training. It's an hour long. Go for a walk, listen to it. Maybe while you're doing laundry, whatever, just put me on in the background. But I'm going to be sharing a lot of information that can really, really help you. I've been getting a ton of emails lately saying, I found you and I want to know this. This is why I wanted to come here live and give you this information so that you can grab this free training. Watch it while you're working on something else, put your earbuds in and go grocery shopping. I don't know, whatever it is to make it happen, just make it happen, because you can easily make a profit from the very, very, very first party. And so hyping yourself up throughout to host one, here is my thing. Okay. So I still, to this day, I've been teaching paint parties for over 16 years. Okay. The reason I know this is because Pixie, she is 16 and a half. That's my daughter. And I was teaching a paint party before she was born. So I remember teaching one. And actually the very first one I taught, she was a baby. So that's why I remember 16 years. So here's the deal. When you're teaching them, I still get nervous today, especially when it's a new venue. What I have found, and here's what I do, everybody does this differently, but as I'm trying to get ready, especially if I'm getting ready for a party and I'm doing it myself, if I have a party of 10, I'm just going to put that together myself. I'm not going to hire help for that. What I find myself doing is every time I'm putting out a paintbrush or the napkins, I try to just pray for that person. Now, I know for those of you that don't pray, that sounds cheesy, but for me, I try to pray for that person because you don't know what they are coming into with this paint party. So I want you to remember that it may be something like, they may be going through a really, really hard time. I know personally, just in the past few weeks, I've had a really, really rough time. And I've shared some of that with the group in Paint Party headquarters. But a lot of you online, like, you don't know what's been going on behind closed doors. And a lot of you are going through the same thing. Like, you have a story and you have a lot going on. And there's people that have, really tragic things happening right now in their lives. And what I want you to remember is that when we have the opportunity, when we have the great privilege to teach a paint party, somebody has prepaid us. They have paid us to set up this event. They have paid us to be there. It's our opportunity to not only love on them, but maybe pray for them. Maybe see that, okay, they're taking 2 hours out of their life, their life that we don't know what's going on, to take that time to spend with us. And so my job, I feel like, is always sharing God's love through art. And how can I do that in that 2 hours? How can I help them just forget about the real world for a minute? And how can I help them in that 2 hours so that maybe they leave just a little bit happier? Or maybe just for that 2 hours, they didn't have to check on somebody, or they didn't have to think about work. They didn't have to think about, paying the bills. They didn't have to think about, maybe somebody in their family's going through cancer. Like, we don't know their story. And I think that is people all day can say a paint party, oh, haha, that's cute. But I truly believe that art heals. And and let me know if you believe that too. because I've seen it in my own life, but I truly believe that people, like, they come to just take a minute to exhale, to go, and we're here to teach them. And so when I'm there, I want to make sure that there is great music playing. I want to make sure that they are, like, my question when I teach a paint party is not like, what's been going on in your life? Because a lot of times when you ask anybody that, they immediately go to the negative. So my question, my go-to question for a paint party is, what's something interesting or fun that's been going on in your life? Now you change that language to just interesting and fun. Immediately they start thinking, well, oh, wait, we just had this happen, or, oh my gosh, we just booked this, or this is going on, like so many different things, right? They start thinking about the fun stuff instead of about the doctor's appointment, or this is happening, or, oh my gosh, this, we can all say the negative things, but at a paint party, we want to keep it upbeat. We want to keep it positive. We want to be that light, of just, this is a safe space to create, have fun, make mistakes, feel like we're a kid again. And I mean, you can do kids parties too, but all of that, right? And I want you to remember that when they're there painting with you, they're trusting you. And so I pray for them. I try to pray before I get out of the car. And then what I've noticed is that as soon as they start coming in, I am there to serve. Like, I make it a point to say, I'm here to get you paint. I'm here to get you another drink if you need it. I'm here to, like, I just want to help you. Like, for that time, I just want to be there to help. So I think it's really important that you keep that energy. I think it's really, really important that you make sure that you are there to serve, and it's not just about a paycheck. It's awesome money. Don't get me wrong. Paint parties are wonderful money. It's great money, but I want you to also to remember that there's a purpose for it. There's a reason for it. And if you turn it into something really cool versus just being about money, you're going to stand out. And people are going to refer you, and you're going to have repeat customers that come back every single year. So if this is something you're interested in, I really want you to watch the free training. And the free training is going to teach you so much. It's an hour long. It's going to teach you how to calculate a profit every party. I actually break it down like a calculator. So I want you to see that. I want you to watch that so you can see the possibilities. Let's see. Maggie says, question, Heidi, where did you find the black and white tiles you have on your table? Oh, those I got at Hobby Lobby. So anytime you're doing videos and you're, wanting to paint, and especially if you're doing a paint party, I highly recommend on your Facebook business page, just painting. Like, this is a painting I'm doing for an event. And so, so why not paint it here too? While I had to paint it anyway, so why not, paint it while I'm talking to you, lovely, lovely people. And so I highly recommend when you have your Facebook business page to also paint on your business page too. Because again, you're going to see in that free training, as you start to reach out to people, if you're, and this is where you got to get honest with yourself. Oh, thank you, Sherry. You got to get honest with yourself. Your Facebook page, your personal and your business is your online resume. And so I know people are like, it's my personal page and it shouldn't matter. I can put whatever I want on it. That's fine. But when you're running a business, it's your online resume, whether you want to believe that or not. And if you are still in the denial phase of that, look at how many people have been fired from their jobs from posting certain things. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the world we live in. So if your personal page is filled with, cat forwards and crock pot recipes, nobody's going to know you're even interested in painting. So why would they hire you as the paint party person, right? So make sure that you showcase that you love painting. Make sure that you have paintings on there as well. So anyway, I want you to grab the free training. It's in the link above, and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you did, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.